Have you ever felt like you're stuck on a treadmill, working your 9 to 5, diligently saving 10% of your paycheck, and hoping that maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to retire comfortably in 40 or 50 years? That's the plan most of us are sold, right? It's the slow lane, the safe, predictable path to wealth. But what if I told you there's another way, a faster, more direct route to financial freedom? Today, we're diving deep into a book that completely shattered my perspective on wealth creation, The Millionaire Fastlane by M.J. DeMarco. This isn't your typical get-rich-quick fantasy. It's a brutally honest, no-nonsense roadmap that contrasts three distinct financial paths: the sidewalk, the slow lane, and the fast lane. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which lane you're in, and more importantly, how to switch to the one that gets you to your goals. So, let's start with the most crowded path, the sidewalk. A sidewalker lives paycheck to paycheck. Their financial plan is essentially, well, there is no plan. Money comes in, and it immediately goes out on rent, bills, and instant gratification. They're often chasing the next shiny object, convinced that happiness is just one more purchase away. The dangerous illusion here is that a higher income will solve their problems. But as DeMarco points out, a doctor making $300,000 a year who spends $310,000 is just as broke as someone making minimum wage with no savings. It's a lifestyle of consumption, driven by pleasure today with no thought for tomorrow. The destination? Financial ruin. It's a stressful, precarious way to live, and it's a trap we need to avoid at all costs. Now, let's move over to the path most of us are on. The one we're taught is the responsible choice, the slow lane. The slow laner is a model citizen. They go to college, get a good job, max out their 401k, invest in index funds, and clip coupons. Their mantra is, save your way to wealth. Their entire financial future is hinged on two things they can't control: the performance of the stock market and, most importantly, time. Lots and lots of time. The problem with the slow lane, as DeMarco argues, is that you're trading your most valuable asset, your youth and your freedom, for a promise of wealth in old age. You're essentially selling your soul for weekends. You spend 5 days a week doing something you might not even enjoy just to live for 2. You're sacrificing your prime years, hoping to finally start living when you are 65. What if you want to travel the world while you were young and energetic? What if you want to pursue a passion project without worrying about a paycheck? The slow lane makes these dreams nearly impossible. Your wealth is tied to your time, and there are only so many hours in a day. You're a passenger in your own financial journey, hoping the market goes up and your job remains secure. It's a gamble, but a slow, decades-long one. So, if the sidewalk leads to being broke and the slow lane leads to being old before you're rich, what's the alternative? This is where it gets exciting. Welcome to the Millionaire Fastlane. The fast lane isn't about getting a job. It's about building a business. It's about shifting your mindset from being a consumer to being a producer. Instead of saving small amounts over a long time, fast laners focus on creating massive value and generating explosive income in a short period. Their wealth isn't tied to the hours they work. It's tied to the value they create. Think about it this way: a slow laner's wealth equation is wealth. Job plus market investments. Your income is capped by your salary. But a fast laner's equation is wealth, net profit, plus asset value. There are no caps. You're not earning a salary. You're building an asset that works for you 24/7. This is the fundamental difference. Fast laners don't trade time for money. They build systems that make money for them. So how do you build a fast lane business? DeMarco lays out 5 core commandments, which he calls sense. Your business must fulfill one or more of these commandments to have fast lane potential. First is the commandment of control. You must be in the driver's seat. If someone else can pull the plug on your business overnight, you're not in control. You need to own the platform, the product, and the process. Next is the commandment of entry. Is it easy for anyone to start this business? If the barrier to entry is super low, like driving for a ride-sharing app or selling generic t-shirts online, then the competition will be fierce and the profits will be minimal. A true fast lane business has a significant barrier to entry, whether it's a unique skill, a complex system, or a brand that's hard to replicate. You don't want to be in a business that a million other people can start tomorrow. Then we have the commandment of need. This is the most important one. Your business must solve a problem or fulfill a genuine need. Stop chasing your passion and start chasing needs. The world doesn't pay you for your passions. It pays you for solving its problems. Instead of asking, "What can I sell?" ask, "How can I help?" Find a pain point, a complaint, an inconvenience, and create the solution. That's where the money is. Think about services that make life easier, products that entertain, or information that educates. The fourth is the commandment of time. Your business must be able to be detached from your time. Can your business make money while you sleep, while you're on vacation, or even while you're sick? This is the power of creating a system. This could be an e-commerce store, a software application, a book, or an online course. You create it once, and it can serve thousands or millions of customers without your direct hourly involvement. You're no longer renting out your time. You're building a money tree. And finally, the commandment of scale. Your business must have the potential to impact millions. Can you sell your product to a global audience, or are you limited to your local neighborhood? A hairdresser can only serve a handful of clients a day. That's a job, not a fast lane business. But if that hairdresser creates a line of hair care products or a series of online styling tutorials, their impact and their income can scale to millions. Scale is what creates explosive wealth. Reaching more people multiplies your profit. Think about the founder of a popular app, the author of a best-selling book, or the creator of a viral product. They didn't get rich by working more hours. They got rich by building a system that satisfied the sense commandments. They created something that solved a need, that they controlled, that was hard to copy, and that could be scaled to reach a massive audience, all while being detached from their personal time. Shifting to the fast lane is a profound change in mindset. It's about viewing the world differently. When you're in a store, you don't just see products, you see supply chains, marketing strategies, and profit margins. When you hear people complain, you don't just hear noise. You hear business opportunities. You stop being a passive consumer and become an active producer. This path isn't easy. It requires immense dedication, learning, and the willingness to fail and try again. It's filled with risk and uncertainty. But the potential reward isn't just money. It's freedom. The freedom to live life on your own terms, to pursue your true passions without worrying about bills, and to spend your time with the people you love, doing the things you love. So take a moment to reflect. Which lane are you in right now? Are you living for the weekend in the slow lane, hoping to be rich when you're old? Or are you ready to take control, to build something of value, and to merge onto the fast lane? The choice is yours. The Millionaire Fastlane is more than a book. It's a call to action. It's a challenge to reject mediocrity and to start building a life of extraordinary wealth and freedom, starting today. Thank you so much for watching. If this video sparked something in you or gave you a new perspective, I'd be so grateful if you'd hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content that challenges conventional thinking.